Hello and welcome to today's preview of your new student site. My name is Tracy and I'm going to be showing you some of the features that we have changed in this update. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I am doing this on our testing site, so it will look a little bit different than your school, but the features and the functionality are mostly the same. All right, so we're going to go ahead and log in as a student. So the most obvious change in this upgrade has been made to the overall look and feel of your student site. As you navigate through your site, you will see cleaner pages with more improved layouts. The color schemes have also changed. Buttons have been changed to give a more modern feel, and icons have been improved to give a more cohesive look overall. So in today's demonstration, I'm going to show you the student homepage and then your profile, how to do an employer search because that has changed a little bit, the employer's profile, how to do a job search, and then finally a job profile. So we're logged in as a student now to our training site, and right off the bat you will notice some immediate changes to the homepage. Now let's go ahead and move on to your profile. So if you hover on My Account and then scroll down to My Profile, you can access the updated profile view. As you can see, we have taken a more modern and intuitive approach to this site. Your student profile fields are now in columns. The view and edit options are now in tabs, in addition to the edit options that are still on the right-hand corner of each section. So you can either edit directly from here by clicking on Edit, or at the top, you can click on the Edit Profile tab, which will completely take you into the edit area. Then you can make whatever changes you need to make and press Save here in the corner. And you'll notice that each section has its own save button and a cancel button in case you decide that you don't want to make that change after all. There are also a couple of small changes, such as any field that contains a date. As soon as you click on it, you will be taken to the calendar where you can immediately select your date, and then it's easy. You don't have to click on the calendar button. It's just a much simpler process. Also, any yes or no button is no longer a drop down. Instead, it's the radio button, so it's a little bit easier to select the correct answer. So the next area we'll quickly look at is under My Account, My Activity. So when you click here, you'll be taken to your activity, which you will notice right away is a lot more streamlined. So when we scroll down a bit, you'll notice that all of this information now fits on one simple screen. You don't have to scroll over to see everything. And everything is easily lined up in these little categories. The next area we're going to move on to are job, schedule, event, and other searches. These have made a huge transformation. In as little as one click, you will be presented with search results and given the option of applying advanced search criteria directly from your search results screen. So let's go ahead and take a look at the employer search. So we'll go to the employer directory. With this improved format, you will no longer need to click back and forth between your search criteria and search results pages. It's all on one page. So you'll notice this search area is here at the top, and you can always do an advanced search by clicking on Advanced Search. And then the search results are immediately below. They do not go on to the next screen. So let's do a basic search. And you'll notice that this is already populated. Now let's go ahead and search for a particular organization. So we'll search, And you'll see that that immediately pops up below. So there's no more going back and forth between screens. If you change your mind, you can just search again. And there you go. So now let's take a quick look at an employer profile. So we're going to open one of these employers, and you'll immediately see that the employer profile looks much cleaner now. So all of the information is easily lined up, and then you have your LinkedIn and Facebook options here at the bottom. Now let's move on to the job search. So we'll go to Job and Internship Search and click on Job Search. Here again, you'll notice that the search page is much cleaner and more direct. Now you will see the job search results screen right below your search criteria. There's less clicking around, so the search page is much easier for searching for jobs, and it makes it also a lot quicker. So here we are immediately given all of the jobs that are currently in the system. And this is when we do just an open-ended search. So we didn't enter any information here. We can do an advanced search, which will open up additional search parameters. Or we can just go back to basic search. And then we can open up one of these jobs, which will take us immediately to that job profile. And you'll notice again that the job profile is a lot more streamlined. It's easier to read and navigate. And then here at the bottom, again, you'll see your Facebook and your LinkedIn information if you do happen to know anyone within that company. Then if we scroll back to the top, you'll see a couple of buttons. So say you really like this job, but you're just kind of doing a job search right now. You can go ahead and add this to your favorites so that you can refer to it later. So we'll add to favorites. You can choose to go ahead and submit your documents to them, such as your cover letter or your resume. Maybe you have a friend who would be great for this job. You could go ahead and email this listing to the friend. Or maybe you've noticed that this job post isn't so great and you want to flag it as inappropriate, which will let one of your career counselors know that it's not an appropriate job for your site. So now let's go ahead and go back to the search results. And there are just a couple of other things I wanted to point out here in the job search results. So now you can go ahead and sort these. So say you want to sort them by position type, and you can choose to either do that in descending or ascending order. Descending is the default. You can also quickly add these jobs to your favorites here by clicking on Add to Favorites. So if you're just doing a quick search, I'm going to add this one to my favorites and I'm going to add this one to my favorites. That way I can refer to them a little bit later. One last awesome feature that we have added is the ability for you to open these jobs or employers in a new tab or new window. If you ever tried to do that before, it may have kicked you out of the system. It just wasn't something that worked great with the system at that time, but it is something now that we can do. So all you'll have to do is right click on this, and then you can choose to open it in a new tab, which is going to open it up above here. Or you can choose to open this in a new window. So say you want to have several windows open so that you can kind of do a side-by-side comparison of different jobs. You can go ahead and do that by opening them in windows or in separate tabs. So that pretty much covers the major changes that were made to your site. I hope you enjoy these changes. I hope you find it much easier to use and a lot more friendly on the eyes. If you do have any questions about these new features, please feel free to contact your Career Center counselor, and they will be happy to assist you. Thanks and have a great day.